national anthem, please. Please be seated. His Excellency, the Chief Minister, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, senior government officials, the Chief Electoral Commissioner and other commissioners here present, invited political parties representatives, members of the civil society, our friends in the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are here this afternoon for the handing over ceremony of the annual report of the ECSL, pursuant to Section 32, subsection 12 of Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991. On that note, His Excellency, it's against that backdrop that I invite the Commissioner of the ECSL to present a statement on the annual report, please.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, distinguished guests. Your Excellency, President Dr. Julius Maada, Honorable Vice President absent, Chief Minister, Cabinet Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Heads of Departments, Members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, colleague commissioners, staff of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, I am honored to present the 2023 annual report to His Excellency in compliance with Section 32, subsection 12 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991, Act number 6 of 1991. Your Excellency, sir, the 2023 report provides a comprehensive overview of the critical electoral processes that contributed to the peaceful, free, fair, and inclusive participation in 2023 presidential, parliamentary, paramount chief, members of parliament, mayors or chairpersons, councillors, and village head elections in the Western Rural District. Additionally, the report delves into the implementation of the 2020-2024 strategic plan and the recommendations from the 2018 election observation missions. During the period under review, the Commission prioritized implementing the key strategic electoral activities. These included issuing voter registration cards, nominating candidates, accrediting international and domestic observers, engaging with state excellencies, sir. I am pleased to inform you that the Commission has made significant strides in implementing the Strategic Plan 2020-2024 electoral cycle. Out of 167 activities outlined in the plan, 108 have been fully implemented, which account for 64.67% of the total activities. Additionally, 25 activities have been partially implemented, representing 14.97% of the plan. while 26 activities making up 15.57% are currently being implemented. Lastly, 8 activities equaling 4.79% of the plan are yet to be implemented. I am hopeful that by the end of 2024, we will have achieved over 80% implementation of the activities, which will be a significant accomplishment. The government of Sierra Leone has made history by financing over 90% of the national elections for the first time. The Commission is grateful to the government for fulfilling its constitutional responsibility by establishing the National Election Sustainability Trust Fund. This fund has streamlined the process by providing substantial funding to the Commission without the bureaucratic bottlenecks. The Commission expresses gratitude to our international partners for their ongoing support of the 2020-2024 electoral cycle, particularly for their contribution to the 2023 multi-tier elections. The UNDP played a crucial role in developing and approving the elections project on fostering peaceful, credible, and inclusive elections in Sierra Leone. The UNDP, EU, Canada, Ireland, and other partners provided funding for this project. The project focused on supporting electoral education and inclusion programs to promote the participation of women, youth, persons with disability. Additionally, the EU has consistently supported the governance sector in Sierra Leone, helping with legal reforms, supporting inclusion department, and aiding in the review of the human resource manual and training across all departments in the Commission. The Commission expresses gratitude for the generous contribution of 500,000 United States dollars from the ECOWAS. This funding enhanced electoral education, specifically focusing on the proportional representation system. The Commission engaged over 30 civil society organizations to support voter education on the PRL system. Recognizing the potential for election conflicts, the Commission worked closely with 3 prominent civil society organizations to address any possible challenges. In addition to the funding provided by the Commission through the government support during the electoral cycle, the Initiative for West Africa, USIWA, supported the Elections Conflict Prevention and Mediation Working Group, which play a crucial role in preventing and mediating election-related conflict, ultimately contributing to the peaceful conduct of the 2023 elections. I am happy to report to Your Excellency, sir, that the Commission has been very active in networking with the Association of African Elections Management Bodies. In November 2023, at the 9th General Assembly meeting in Côte d'Ivoire, I was unanimously elected as the ECOWAS Network of Electoral Commissions, ECONEC President, for a 2-year term. The Commission has therefore opted to host the ECONEC Annual Conference and Symposium in Freetown in 2024 November, and we appreciate the government's support in this regard. Your Excellency, sir, I am pleased to further report that the 2023 multi-tier elections met international and national best practices, standards, and positively impacting female participation in elected positions. Due to this significant achievement, Sierra Leone could serve as a model in the sub-region, especially in electoral inclusion process. Another notable success was the peaceful conduct of the elections and the timely announcement of election results set a new milestone in the 2023 elections. Your Excellency, sir, and distinguished guests, I would like to acknowledge that, like elections worldwide, the 2023 elections were not without problems. The Commission encountered operational challenges, including printing of voters' cards, logistical problems on polling day, and violent attack on Commission staff, which affected some polling stations in Freetown and certain areas in the provinces. However, these issues did not hamper the Commission's capacity to address the challenges. Therefore, I want to emphasize that the Commission is open to recommendations from observation missions or the tripartite committee to strengthen our electoral system. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, and Sierra Leoneans, despite the successes in conducting a peaceful and inclusive multi-tier election and substantially implementing the 2020-2024 strategic plan, it is equally critical to bring to your attention that commissioners, staff, and members of our family experience unprecedented and quantified challenges, emotional challenge for performing our responsibilities within the legal framework. 2022, and as recently as 5th of May 2024, supporters of certain political parties have consistently been making threats of violence, abuse, spreading misinformation, and even physically attacking staff members of the Commission and our family. Notwithstanding these attacks and misinformation, the Commission and staff remain resolutely consistent and firm on upholding the legal provisions and standards for the conduct of free and fair elections, and we are proud of our service to our country. The Commission also noted the strong desire of critical stakeholders, such as political parties, civil society organizations, and multilateral partners, to have a say in how the Commission carries out its constitutional mandate. For example, the two main political parties claimed victory before I could announce the official results. Additionally, the National Elections Watch and some international observer groups have stated that the ECSL results management and tallying processes were not transparent and the declared results were questionable. Your Excellency, sir, I am pleased to further report that the 2023 election result management process was consistent with the established standards of result management process introduced in the respective electoral cycles by successive international election experts hired by our multilateral partners from 2007 to 2018. It is important to note that the Commission did not reinvent the procedure. Instead, we used the same staff of the Commission and improved on the system, and we followed this transparent process that was in place in 2007, 2012, and 2018. Therefore, if the process was transparent in those years, it will also be transparent in 2023. Another vital issue to clarify, Your Excellency, is the invalid vote in the 2023 elections. For the record, it is necessary to recall that from 2007 to 2023 elections, the percentage of invalid ballots in every electoral cycle has declined due to several factors, including improved voter education and voters' familiarity with the voting protocols. Since 2007, the invalid vote in successive final or runoff elections have been as follows. 2007, 7.3%. 2012, 4.70%. 2018 first round, 5.20%. 3 weeks after the first round, the final runoff, 2018, it came down to 1.24%. And in 2023, 5 years after, with extensive voter education, we were able to reduce it to 0.39%. Even in some paramount chieftaincy elections, the invalid votes are less than 1%. If we consider the paramount chieftaincy election to be at local level, we have instances of where we have less than 1%. Your Excellency, sir, permit me to express my personal gratification to you for granting me the opportunity to serve my country in this enviable capacity, though some will say unenviable capacity. And your government support to the Commission since I assumed office has been unparalleled. At this juncture, Your Excellency and distinguished guests, I would like to acknowledge the tremendous support from my colleague commissioners, management, and staff of the Commission. Their support has been enormous and the primary source of strength in achieving our accomplishments. I take pride in my leadership skills and foster a teamwork within the Commission. I am pleased to share that for the first time since 2007, we had all commissioners present to announce the results and declare the winner. That's why we have all the 5 commissioners here today. We call ourselves SAFU commissioners. Even the one who has retired, she's here with us. A special appreciation to my partners in the Political Party Regulation Commission, the Primary Security Forces, the Office of National Security, the Legislative and Judiciary for the collaborative teamwork without which we would not have achieved these milestones. Notwithstanding the unfavorable memories of our relationship with some of our local partners, I extend the Commission's gratitude to the civil society organizations, traditional media and social media bloggers, bike riders, students, local authorities, and many for working with the Commission. The Commission will continue to build on its credential of conducting free, fair, and credible elections in Sierra Leone in the years ahead. Your Excellency, sir, I'm honored on behalf of the Commissioner and the staff of the Commission to submit the 2023 annual report as required by the Constitution of Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Gentlemen, Chief Minister, other ministers, and of course the chairman and the other commissioners, staff and management of ECSL, other election management bodies that are present here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I want to start by thanking the Commissioner, staff and management for a job well done. Your task is extremely difficult at all times, and you've performed extremely well in delivering the SAFU election. It was above board, and a lot of things have been said about it. That is not surprising. There are no elections that have not been questioned in the world, including in the United States. The last time I spoke to President Biden, he said, even I seated here, my position has been questioned. So, for a nascent democracy like ours, it is extremely difficult. We took on the responsibility to be independent. We don't just celebrate independence, we should act independently. That was why we decided that under difficult circumstances, we are going to finance our own elections for the first time in the history of this country. That may have hurt some people, but it is our responsibility. And besides that, when our partners reneged on the midterm elections, again, the government took the responsibility to support the process. We had just come out of COVID, and we are in dire straits as far as the revenue was concerned. But we've strived to act as an independent nation. The results have been questioned by some quarters, but like you rightly said, the same people, methods have been used for the past couple of elections. I am fortunate. I am the best witness to that. I've been involved in the past 3 elections. When I had questions, I went to the courts. I came here. And because I love this nation, I said to them, I totally disagree with the decision of the court, but I respect it because it is the decision of the Supreme Court. That is the rule of law by a former military man. A rule of law, being obedient because I midwifed democracy for this. I cherish it and I will support it and I will do everything for it to thrive. Democracy is a method of conflict resolution, the first method. Elections are always tense periods, which you preside over. That's why I don't envy your position, ladies and gentlemen, in the ECSR. You become the worst people at that time for some people while you are doing your duty. And I want to apologize on behalf of the nation for those who have harassed and threatened you. You don't deserve to be harassed. You are only performing a very important duty. It is unfortunate that we have citizens who don't respect one another, who don't respect the constitutional mandate given to you. Somebody has to do it. And I want to apologize on their behalf. I mean, I did daddy for everybody. And bad bush not there for Troy, bad picking them. Even as we speak today, some people still talk about rerun. There's a procedure for rerun. Simple rule of law. You go to the courts, they tell you this election is not correct. We are going to order a rerun. So elites, senior members of political parties we should learn to just be law-abiding. That is what is failing. And we don't have to be apologetic about it. The results were announced, and we have moved on. And there are no more elections until 2028. That is the fact. No more elections until 2028. It is predictable. We should be preparing for 2028 and not misleading our people, not creating chaos, not creating uncertainty. We should be paying attention to feed Salon. We should be educating our children. We should be talking about harmony, keeping our society together, working as one people for one Sierra Leone now, not about threatening to come out and disturb the peace. That does not provide an ecosystem for development. Those who want to come and invest have read on the internet how people are going to come out and threaten others. We have children who want to learn. I just opened the Tech Summit this morning. And all we are talking about is preparing the next generation of leaders, our young people, to take over, to lead, and not to suffer or to follow as we are following, because we have been at the losing end of every revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is here. Again, we don't want to be end users. We want our children to be part of that, to lead, to be those who will prepare the software, be part of the AI. That should be our preoccupation, not talking about another election. When you know, by law, I cannot order it, the Electoral Commission cannot order it, tripartite is not going to order it. I, for the sake of some of the reasons you have stated, Mr. Chairman, did say that I was going to have a review of the electoral system. When I was in opposition, I grumbled about some of the procedures. When I won 2028, there were grumbling about the electoral system not being fair. When we won the 2018, when 2023 again, there is grumbling. As a forward-looking leader, I said I will not leave it like this. Let's review the system. It is not an examination of 2023 elections, a review of a system that I have grumbled about and they are grumbling about. That is how you prepare for the future. Let's solve the problem together. Let's identify what is wrong with the electoral with PPRC, what is wrong with ECSR, what procedures did they introduce any new procedure that has given advantage to any one political party? That is what this review is all about. But what I have always called bad politicians, they are using it to incite violence. And this is what we should not take. We are in the majority who love our country. Elections are over. We should move on with development. We took on the challenge of education, human capital development. I just returned from Korea. Those who say I travel the most. All heads of state from Africa were there. They don't travel, but they were there. And do they have diamonds, gold, rutile, bauxite, everything that you can't hear? No. Simply, in 60 years, they have developed their human capital, and now they are among the first 10 most developing countries in the world, developed countries in the world. Leading just human capital, just human capital. This is what I saw. This is what I'm trying to emulate. This is what I want to bring here. We cannot sit in isolation. Our budget is not even enough, our revenue to run our state. And yet we sit here and say, things will go fine. People are going to think about you in your corner and bring money to you. You don't go phenom. So, I fly for a purpose. I take the greatest risk. I don't like flying, but I took on this job, and one of the duties of the president is representation. You are the diplomat, chief diplomat. You sit here and represent your nation? No. When all other heads of state, even those who have, are there, most more prosperous African nations are there, you have to be there. So, the little minds that we have has kept us in a cocoon in Africa, and in Sierra Leone in particular. Let's be bold. Let's think afresh. Let's innovate. Let's stop thinking the old ways. We have to grow. We've started growing. But he begins every day with you. Where they grow, you don't know. Passport, you can say, hey, this speaking, you're not to serve a left family. Now that they happen to Nana Salo. Sierra Leone is growing. There is recognition for what we have done with gender, with education. How we've been able to rise up again in the Committee of Nations. Today, in 2 months, we will be chairing the UN Security Council. Not a mean one. We have reduced maternal mortality by over 60% in the last 5 years. Those are not mean achievements. Many kids are going to school. Learning outcomes are better today. We have never had a peaceful election like this. We know. So we are making progress. We should be encouraging one another. We should have respect for others, not because they hold high positions, but because they have a function to perform. So today, as I take hold of the annual multi-tier elections report, I want to say thank you to a commission that is always, of course, being bashed by all of us, including myself, when I was in opposition. And I still bash you, though, for not speaking up, because your PR was very poor. You had to say certain things which you didn't say, and you allowed others to take the narrative to where they wanted to take it and make you look bad. You did like you said. Did you introduce any new methods? What is good for the goose? Yes, 2018, 2012, when not fit me, I gonna court. There's no police then they send me. Yes, I was told to go to the police, but I went to the courts as a law-abiding citizen. I came to the State House and I said, I will allow you for the sake of this country, but I know the results are not correct. We are still counting when you announce. What about the ones that are not counted yet? But for the love of this country, I've put my life on the line for this country. I'm not going to ever shed the blood of one person to stay here or to come here. That is my pledge to this nation. I'm lucky to be alive. I've fought already. Some of my colleagues who fought alongside are not here to tell this story. I see myself as fortunate. And to the best of my ability, all I want for Sierra Leone is to make sure that we become like where I came from last week. I stood up at the window and I looked around at the city. I almost shed. This country, South Korea, they told me, they said 60 years ago, in the morning, we don't tell Adu, not before ask, you don't eat? Yes. Like, how can you say, how the body? Then you say, good morning, you don't eat? There was not enough food. Today, the Samsung, we were all holding a hand, the LG, all the high-tech things there, they are done there through human capital development and not chosen by mistake. It was deliberate, intentional, purposeful. It is for us to embrace this, support it, even when I'm out of here. Human capital development, not to the diamond, the most important resource of any country, Nawuna. For we now they picking them. Because some of we don't late, we don't old now. New idea, we know they take and self. So man and Nokia, 3211, I still they use. And not to poverty, you say you don't want smartphone. For smartphone, they tell and say, if you get for update me now, you get for, you know. I not want phone where they talk about me. So, we have to move on. I want to plead with Sierra Leoneans. We are in the majority that love this country. I want to move on. It does not, we not thrive in chaos and a state of anxiety. Some people say, oh, then they wait for tripartite, then they wait for the result. What is tripartite? I don't understand. They start in Peking like they will get for go school, Makituma, the people then defend them daily. They say, we wait for that result. Tripartite get result. Anyway, Sierra Leoneans, I'm the second and final term at the power. And me election, na Safu election, I win. I'm not fat, and I'm not a fat. I'm not going to kill nobody to get here. I don't fat enough. If God not kill me for this country, nobody another kill for Canada. So I ask that we come together, stay together. The best thing that is a public good for all of us is a peaceful ecosystem. That way, you go about your business. I go about my business. We do go fenam, at least may the pot boil at the end of the day. Then we can leave our children we take advantage of technology and the innovation and the many things where they happen now, then go make Salone better. I met a group of Sierra Leoneans in South Korea, and I said to them, have you noticed any difference between Sierra Leone and here? I said, I know you are going to excel academically, but what I want from you is to see the way how these people behave. Self-discipline, the burning desire and drive to achieve individually, collectively. That is what, for the brain, I don't think there are people in Africa who can match our brains. The guys are very smart. Maybe I'm smart too. But I know you are smart. So I tell them, I say, not to academic, waiting when I compete when I student at this university, what is the difference? Respect for authority, respect for one another, self-discipline, the drive. When I say food security feeds alone, it's not about me. I've realized that if education get for succeed, health for be good, we for able feed we self. So these are important things that I say and I want us to take. If you don't follow leadership, don't elect leadership and then leave me alone. To grope in the dark. I'm not groping in the dark. The direction, the new direction is purposeful, intentional, and it's meant to lead this country into a place where we only aspire for. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, staff, for a job well done. You will go down in history for having done an extremely good job. Others will say otherwise, but we are all entitled to our opinions. Thank you, and I wish you well. You will continue to have my support, and will continue to deliver more SAFO elections in this country. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the national anthem, the session lessons are concerted for photo session, 3 photo sessions. One with HECM, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, and all the ECSL commissioners. Another one will be with HECM, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, and political party representatives here present. And the final one will be with His Excellency, the Chief Minister, Chief ECSL, and diplomatic partners, members of the diplomatic committee. Thank you. May we all please rise for the national anthem, please.